The roots of the Civil War can be traced back to King Charles I's rule. Charles believed in the divine right of kings, meaning he thought his power came directly from God, and he was above everyone else. This belief put him at odds with Parliament, which wanted more control over finances, laws, and how the country was governed. Tensions first started to rise when Charles began ruling without Parliament. For 11 years, from 1629 to 1640, he governed alone, a period known as the personal rule. During this time, he raised taxes without Parliament's approval and used unpopular methods to collect money. This angered many people, especially the wealthy landowners and merchants who were heavily taxed. Religion also played a big role in the conflict. Charles I married a Catholic, which made Protestants in England suspicious of him. He introduced religious reforms that seemed to favor Catholic practices. When he tried to enforce these changes in Scotland, the Scots rebelled. Charles needed money to fight them, so he was forced to call Parliament back in 1640. But instead of giving him money, Parliament demanded reforms. They wanted to limit the king's power and have more say in the country's affairs. Charles refused and tried to arrest some members of Parliament, a move that sparked outrage. By 1642, the situation had become explosive. Both the king and Parliament raised armies. Supporters of the king were called royalists or cavaliers, while those who supported Parliament were known as parliamentarians or roundheads. The country was divided as families, friends, and communities took sides. The war was not just about politics, it was a clash of ideals about how England should be governed. The first phase of the war ended in 1646 with a victory for the parliamentarians. King Charles I was captured, but he refused to compromise. This led to a second phase of conflict. Oliver Cromwell, a skilled military leader, emerged as the leader of the parliamentarian forces. His new model army was well trained and disciplined, which gave Parliament an advantage. In 1649, Charles I was put on trial for treason. He was found guilty and executed, an unprecedented event that shocked Europe. For the first time, a reigning monarch had been tried and executed by his own people. After Charles's death, England became a republic under Cromwell's leadership. The monarchy was abolished, and Cromwell ruled as Lord Protector. But the republic did not last long. After Cromwell's death, the monarchy was restored in 1660, and Charles II, the son of Charles I, became king. The Civil War left deep scars on English society. It changed the relationship between the monarchy and Parliament forever. The war was about more than just power. It was about who had the right to govern and how the country should be run. The English Civil War was a complex conflict with many causes. It was not just a war between king and Parliament, but a struggle over power, religion, and the rights of the people. It laid the groundwork for the modern British state and defined the balance of power that exists today. If you enjoyed learning about the English Civil War, please like and subscribe to the channel for more fascinating stories from history.